10 haunted retail outlets. Everything in life can be haunted. From houses to people to patches of land to toys, ghosts will attach themselves to everything their power can affect. This apparently includes retail stores. Top 10 famous haunted landmarks that you have no idea. Across the United States and England, apparently, stores such as Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, etc. have all been the target of hauntings, whether for poor location choices or from strings of horrific murders happening on the property. Ghosts of all ages and types, from benevolent to malicious, have started running crazy in stores as a bad Ghostbusters remake. The good news is that we now have a list of the top 10 most haunted stores so you can avoid them in future shopping, or go to them on purpose if you're chasing more than just bargains. 10. Pike Place Market. Seattle, Washington is proud to have the most haunted place in the entire state, and it may be so. Home to at least 5 distinct ghosts, Pike Place Market is full of beats, cold spots, and things that collide at night, from the views of Princess Angeline, an elderly American woman wearing a red scarf and basket, to Jacob, the little boy who chases the beadwork store. All ghosts have distinct personalities, live identities, and one of the ghosts, a psychic light, is said to inhabit a crystal ball in Sheila's magical store, and to transfer stock during all hours of the night. 9. Sunnyvale Toys R Us. California, Sunland, beaches and ghosts seem. My favorite is the Ghost of Sunnyvale R Us games, which is a ghost named Crazy Johnny, and according to legend, Crazy Johnny was a preacher powered by Martin Murphy, who owned the land, and Toys R Us was built on. Crazy Johnny, who was supposed to suffer from encephalitis, was in love with Martin Murphy's daughter, Elizabeth, but Elizabeth was in love with a lawyer, and she planned to marry him. Crazy Johnny was so upset with the news that he was so sad and angry that he grabbed the axe that he was using to chop wood and hit his leg, cutting the artery and bleeding in minutes. Of course, he didn't quite stay down there, said to rise like the famous ghost of the Sunnyvale R games, Us, opens and closes doors, pierces papers, whispers through intercom, and scares many psychologists.
8. Murder Kruger.
Atlanta, Georgia, may not be the most populated city in the state. This honor goes to Savannah, Georgia instead, but it contains the most unique places. There are no Civil War ghosts or surviving Victorian lives here. Instead, Atlanta hosts the notorious homicide, and Murder Kruger, as its name suggests, has been the site of at least 4 murders since 1991. The first was shot, Cynthia Priolo, in the car park. In 2002, a corpse was found in a car in front of Kruger, followed by a murder in a building in which the parking lot was shared with the unfortunate Kruger, and then another shooting in 2015. Although no one was able to provide evidence of ghosts, many reported residents of the neighborhood surrounding Kruger say the whole place has bad energy for him, and he feels angry. Or, they did, until they tore it up and put another Kruger in place in late 2019. The new Kruger, with a roof covered with lawn and beehives, inherited the title, but presumably not a bad gojo, yet. 7. Seawall Walmart. Galveston, Texas, like Brighton, has no shortage of ghosts and ghouls chasing her fair city. However, none of them had the effect of ghosts on Seawall Walmart. It was built on the previous site of St. Clair. Experiencing stalking since the start of construction. St. Mary, destroyed in a hurricane in 1900, witnessed the deaths of 90 children and 10 nuns, 100 dead in one fell swoop, which must be energy bad enough to curse the land on which they stood for at least 200 years. She has, as Walmart has many ghosts that she has mentioned within her walls. Most notable of them is the child who is crying out for his mother. Other ghosts laugh basically, and if the employees think, they play and even steal gaming platforms. Personally, I think they got it right. 6. Guitar, Amps and Keyboard Center. Brighton, England has its fair share of ghosts, just as it is in all of Britain, but the personal favorites are Ghost Rock and Roll for guitar, amps and keyboard. Ghost has been filmed on video at least twice as a frightening demon and messing with customers and merchandise in the store. One of the videos shows a ghost who appears as a full-body appearance and turns towards a customer who doesn't even notice him. The second, which was captured while the store was closed, appears a ghost, now invisible, shaking guitars, pulling a price from a barrier, and throwing it to the ground. Although they can make sense interpretations of animated guitars and surprising price tags, I can't think of any of them, and shop owners can't. Perhaps the frustrating rock star ghost has stopped for a final great performance on their way to Ferryman. 5. San Francisco Safeway. The San Francisco Bay Area is not alien to the sanctuaries, but perhaps the most unusual place is the local Safeway at sunset. Ghosts. Safeway, the national grocery chain, is known for jokes about terrible ice cream at her home, but may now be known for other reasons. The San Francisco Safeway highway chases at least a strange ghost, a young boy, almost 8 years old. He often appears at or near midnight, and has been seen by many employees, usually sitting on the floor twisted in the position of the fetus, or standing in a corner facing the wall, with his face hidden. Old hotel burned to the ground for insurance money. It is not known if the boy died in the fire, or if he was there long before that. While his origins remain mysterious, his existence is a tangible reality for those who have seen him. 4. Alabama Sam's Club. Oxford, Alabama made a terribly damn foul in 2009, allowing Walmart to build Sam's Club in their city. This in itself wouldn't cause a lot of trouble, but this Sam Club decided to reside in an area that required them to level out the original American cultural hills, using dirt as a base fill. Smith insisted that the hill was never buried, was a natural composition and used most for smoke signals. The fact that the building was plagued by disasters such as waterways and severe economic problems did not seem to bother the people responsible for the project at all, as they plowed ahead with the destruction of rocks and dirt, while the mayor took on claiming that he was a full-blooded Indian in an attempt to stave off criticism. Was Mayor Leon is definitely not an American. Although the store itself has not had much poltergeist-like activity since construction, the numerous setbacks and unfortunate accidents during construction indicate that the land is definitely inhabited, perhaps cursed. 3. Market Basket Grocery Store. In Wilmington, Massachusetts, there is a grocery store known as Market Basket. This store is the employer of Christina Bush, a 25-year-old psychology major who has worked for the company since she was 14 years old. Christina did not believe in ghosts. She had never seen anything odd in her local store until March 2019. While standing at the bakery counter, calling another customer, Christina would have looked up and would have seen an elderly woman in a white nightgown and headdress standing, barefoot, a few meters away, staring at her. She looked down at the counter, then backed away quickly, and the woman was gone. Surprised, she looked for the woman in the store, but she had disappeared without a trace. Independent research into the situation by Christina has revealed some clues, although others have answered her questions saying that they had seen similar appearances in the store, and that a woman claimed to have seen this exact ghost in his own home, just a few blocks from the store. 2. Diamond Center. In Anchorage, Alaska, the Diamond Center is a point of contention. Although there is little controversy about the idea that it is actually haunted, the arguments come from how he became haunted in the first place, and many people claim that the mall was built on burial, and the construction raises restless morale. Others assert that it was not possible to have such burials, as the area was arid and stratified with hard frosty soil before the construction of the mall, and therefore ghosts must be of many deaths in the mall, from things such as aneurysm, shooting, and freon leak. They all seem to agree, though, that ghosts are mostly located in baths and hallways, and that the three most watched are women, who are supposed to have died while walking in the mall, tall man, and child. It might be worth a look if you're in Alaska. 1. John T. King used in rare books. In Detroit, Michigan, no possible hauntings are missing. In fact, you would probably expect many places to be haunted given the number of destroyed buildings, abandoned factories and the murder rate of nearly one murder a day. However, the most notable haunt in Detroit's retail sector seems to be the ghost haunting John T. King used in rare books. The four-story store, with over 1 million books divided into 900 categories, is also home to a few ghosts. The first ghost is reportedly a man who killed himself on the third floor of the glove factory, where the bookstore is now housed after suffering heartbreak from being rejected by a colleague. He is reportedly responsible for many sightings, cold spots and echoing footprint-like sounds in the building and was confirmed by a psychic. The second ghost was acquired along with many books purchased from the estate for a murder-suicide victim. While not dangerous, the ghost reportedly annoys employees by generating cold spots and knocking out volumes of books from the shelves. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe and comment.